spread of 2 feet per second, standard deviation of 1, high of 877, low of 875. The hybrid adjuster just makes everything so easy to tune. Okay, next target. Hey, there's our buddy. I wouldn't stand back there. Okay, here's the Wildcat with the QuickTune System. So QuickTune System, second regulator adjustment knob, hybrid adjuster, replaces the micro adjuster and the power wheel. This one is a 22 caliber 500 millimeter barrel. Thank you to Tom at High Pressure Pneumatics for loaning us the rifle to get these videos done and to get everything fitted up. Greatly appreciated. If you need any PCP supplies, all that stuff, get a hold of High Pressure Pneumatics. Tom's a great guy to work with. Okay, so what I want to do today is I just want to do a similar video as what we did with the Maverick, just for all you Wildcat owners. What I'm going to do is I'm going to run 4 different weights of pellets, all at 880 feet per second, and it's just to illustrate how easy it is to tune this rifle with the QuickTune systems. You don't need any tools, and you can do it in 1 or 2 shots, basically. So what we're going to do is we're going to run a 14.3 grain, 15.89 grain, an 18.13 grain, and a 25.39 grain pellet. All your common weights that you would run through this rifle, just to illustrate how easy it is to tune. Okay, and for those of you guys who haven't seen it yet, the QuickTune system is basically, I've just added a knob to the second regulator, adjustment screw, so you no longer need the Allen wrench. Instead of the power wheel, we have basically a micrometer head, which adjusts in 1/100th of a millimeter increments. So for this rifle, you basically get about 620 unique, repeatable points of adjustment that you can use to dial in your rifle. Additionally, I have found that using a digital gauge with the QuickTune system, it just makes everything nicer. There's no guesswork. I just went with a Sekhmet gauge. It's a $55 upgrade, I believe. I did a review for it, so check out that review. I'll leave it in the description and probably at the end of the video as well. So check out the review on the Sekhmet gauge. Okay, so let's get on to the demonstration portion of the video, and I'll show you how the QuickTune system works with the 500 millimeter 22 caliber FX Wildcat. So what we're going to do is we're going to try 4 different weights of pellet, and we're going to shoot for 880 feet per second for each of the weights. And this is basically just to illustrate how easy it is to tune the rifle with the QuickTune system for the Wildcat. Same principle as the Maverick, so if you've seen the video for the Maverick where I do this is kind of redundant, but this will just be for the Wildcat, for those who have the Wildcat. Everything I've done so far is 25 caliber. This will be 22 caliber. So the different weights that I've got to run here are Crossman hollow points, 14.3 grain, H&N Dome 15.89 grain, a JSB 18.13 grain, and a JSB 25.39 grain. Again, all in 22 caliber. And as always, we're going to work from lightest to heaviest because we are going to work the reg up in pressure. Now, I've already kind of done this once, so I know approximately what values we're going to need. So for the 14.3 grain at 880, we're going to need about 72 bar and about 5.5 on the QuickTune adjuster. So 72 bar. So let's creep up on it. It looks like 70. And I know I need 5.5 on the hybrid adjuster. We're going to over dial it to 4.5. Usually I do between 1 and 1.5 millimeters to get the maximum velocity. So here is 4.5, and let's see what our velocity is at 4.5 at 70 bar. Since we're shooting for a target velocity of 880 feet, we're going to look for 895 feet.
884.
So now we're at 71.
888.
There, we're at 72.
800. 893.
Okay, 893, that's good enough. 72 bar. So let's try 5.5 on the hybrid adjuster. And let's see what kind of string we can run off.
881.
881, okay, there we go. So let's see, let's go for a 10-shot string here.
884. 884. 881. 884. 886. 881. 886. 886. 884.
Shot count 10 shots, average of 884, extreme spread of 5 feet per second, standard deviation of 2, high of 886, low of 881. Again, real consistent and real easy to tune. Let's change over to the 1589s and see what we get with those. Hang tight. All right, so I lied. We're not using H&N. We're using Air Arms 16 grain, and all these pellets have been weighed to the nearest tenth of a grain. Okay, let's do new string. Let's change ammo, and we'll call these 16 grain. Okay, 15.89 grain, 880. Need to be at about 80 bar and 5.1 on the hammer spring. We want to try and tune to 895. So I will go 5.1, we'll go 4.0. So you want to, when we overdial, we want to overdial by 1 to 1.5 millimeters. There's 4.0. Let's get the reg set to 80. All right, and we're shooting for 895 when we're overdialed here. 80 bar, let's give her a try.
891.
Okay, so with 22 caliber, I tried to get between 10 and 15 feet per second faster than my target velocity. So 891, we're 11 feet faster, so I'm going to call that good. And if you haven't tried the Sekhmet digital gauges, I do recommend. They make everything a lot more precise when you're trying to tune. Makes it a lot more fun. We're at 80 bar, and we need to be at 5.1 on the hammer spring. 5.1. And let's see what kind of string we can get.
877.
Tweak that a little bit. Get it back up to 80 bar.
875. 877. 877. 875. 875. 877.
So it looks like 875 or
875.
877.
877. 875.
Okay, there we go. Shot count is 10, average 876. So we were a little bit slow there. We probably could have ran it up to maybe 5.0 or 81 bar. Spread of 2 feet per second, standard deviation of 1, high of 877, low of 875. The hybrid adjuster just makes everything, so easy to tune. Okay, let's move on to the next weight, which is going to be JSB 18.3s. 11 shots plus a 10-shot string, so it took us 1 shot to get us tuned in. 18.13 grain, make sure we're still connected. New string. So 18.13s, target velocity of 880 shows that we should be at 4.05 at 880. So we're going to dial to 3.0 to see if we can hit that 895 mark, and pressure of 90 bar. Okay, there we have it. All right, let's see what we get.
888.
Okay, that was at 90 bar. Let's try 91 bar. See what we get at 91 bar.
891.
Okay, 11 feet per second over our target velocity of 880. We're going to call it good right there. So 91 bars where we're going to run it. And let's back the hybrid adjuster off to, let's try 4.0. Okay, there's 4.0.
877.
Okay, let's try it right there and see if it works up a little bit. 2 shots to dial it in.
879. 877. 879. 881. 881. 884. 884.
2 more shots.
881. 881.
So 2 shots to get it dialed in. And, oh, hit it on the money there. Shot count 10, average 880, spread of 7, standard deviation 2.3, high of 884, low of 877. So yeah, there you go. Just that easy. 2 shots to get it dialed in. And if you guys are playing around with slugs or whatever with these guns, there was one guy who did a review. He bought the QuickTune kit for the Maverick, and he's just like, man, you'll be money ahead because it's so easy to get everything dialed in. So keep that in mind. It makes everything easier. It makes everything more fun. It's just what I'm trying to illustrate here. Let's go to the 2539 JSBs. Okay, so what I found with the with this 500 millimeter 22 caliber is, if you're going to shoot the 25 grain pellets, or up in that 25 grain weight range, given the shorter barrel, you really need the slug power kit and a heavier hammer, or a hammer with a larger preload to get above 900 feet per second. Just something to note. 880 with the 25-39s, I need to be at about 128 bar and 1.05 on the hammers. Let's move it up to 128 bar. I think my notes have been pretty accurate so far. Okay, 128, 1.05 on the hammer spring. So we're going to go to 0. And remember, we're shooting for a velocity of 895. And then we'll back it down to 880. Shot 1.
891.
891, that'll do. Okay, so 1.05, what my cheat sheet says. Yeah, this particular rifle, it just likes to slide back a bar on the reg. My Maverick doesn't do that. That's just the personality of this rifle. All right, let's see where we're at. 128 bar, 1.05.
881.
All right, 881. Took 1 shot for us to get dialed in. See how it keeps sliding backwards?
881. 877. 884. 881. 881. 881.
And 3 more shots.
881. 884.
I'm probably off reg with this one. We'll let this one go at 127.
877.
There's your string. Shot count 10, 881 average, so missed it by 1. Spread of 7, 2.2 standard deviation, high of 884, low of 877. There you go. QuickTune system for the FX Wildcat. Makes everything easy to tune. I went ahead and did a dope chart for weights and pressures. Velocities from 860 to 910. Basically gives you the pressure and the hammer spring adjustment for each of those speeds. For example, the JSB 1813s, if you want to run them at 860, you're going to want a pressure of about 83 bar and a hammer spring of about 4.5. gave me an actual feet per second of 861. I'm going to see if I can post this to like a downloadable link. It's an Excel file. I just did a table. In terms of a dope chart or a dope card for various weights and pressures. Let me know if this is handy for you guys. It took me a little bit to get out all this set up and run all the tests. Okay, so I hope you found the demonstration portion of the video interesting. Like I said, it just makes everything easier to use. It makes it a lot more fun. The links for the QuickTune system are in the description. This is the one for the Wildcat, and there's one that's very similar for the Maverick. If you're thinking about getting into air rifles and just learning how all the pressures and all the settings work, this is one of the easiest platforms to tune now because of the second regulator adjustment knob, hybrid adjuster, and using the digital gauge. It just makes everything easy. It's not electronic. It's a fully mechanical rifle, so if you're a little bit wary of getting into something electronic. And this rifle has been out for a while now. It's been out for 3 or 4 years, the Mark IIIs have. So there should be, plenty of them available on the used market if you don't have the budget to go for a new one. It's just an option. Think about it. Let me know if you like the video, and we'll see you next time. Okay, thanks. Bye.